Good morning, this is Kuro. Got a tier 10 game. I'm in a division, I'm in a Yu Yang. My DivMate cruiser Yura is in a Moskva. And this game we're just kind of show some synergy here. There's Yu Yang, there's a lot of recent discussion with her about the nerf. She's still a really strong boat. You're gonna see some of that here. Now the game plan is I am running just like a straight spotter mode or build with radar, and my intention is to go to B cap because I've got radar. Yura doesn't need to push into B cap to do any radar or anything like that. He can just play like a kiting Moskva role early on in the match till we figure out kind of where things are going, and you know, be able to move and adjust to that. And there's going to be a lot of adjusting to it. The enemy team basically lemmings up to C. You can already start to see an issue right now. My two tier 10 battleships at sea, they are steaming south. They are not going to support C cap, and all of these guys up here, they're just being hung out to dry right now. So this sucks. They're not even in a division. So this is just terrible gameplay. The Monarch, he's pushing up to sea, so at least they're gonna have some battleship, but I mean, it's gonna take that guy a while to get there. I spot a Conqueror that he's got a questionable build. I'm spotting him outside 14 kilometers, and you got a broken build if that's going on. Gonna pause it here for a second. What's going on with me? I entered the cap, and I basically, RPF kept telling me something is up in here. So I'm driving south, and if you see this inner circle, that's my detection radius. I'm trying to use that, basically keep that out of the edge of the cap circle, so I'll know the moment, you know, somebody actually steps into the cap, I'm not going to get detected, but I can just pop radar and let Yura farm whoever is trying to contest the cap. So that's what I'm doing with this little move down here. Plus, I'm trying to get some spots down in here, try to figure out, you know, who's going down here. And being this far up and not seeing anything, I'm starting to think that we've got a lemming train over to C cap. So we're going to go ahead and go back to normal. Now, because RPF is telling me stuff's where they're at, I'm able to make this play in perfect safety. We do have a small contingent of ships over here on A cap, and I'm just going to throw some deep water torpedoes out here. I'm going to throw one set behind here, thinking that this Cleveland might try to reverse. Going to drop this other set here, try to catch them if they try to push into A cap, or if they turn out, try to come up here, might be able to catch them like that. So that's what I'm doing with these torps. And at this point, RPF's given me a pretty clear indication of, you know, there's no DDs around here right now. Now, I do spot a Kaba coming this way. Kaba is a concern. I don't have smoke. It's faster than me. outguns me, has better armor, um, and there's going to be times during the game that I'm basically telling Yura you need to suppress the cop and make sure he can't push me. You know, prior to the nerf, I would consider pushing a Kaba if I could get his broadside, and running, and the build is running reload and everything, you know, focused on, you know, max gun DPM. Um, I would use AP to try to get a big jump start on damage on a Kaba, and I have taken a couple out that way, but
Mic off. Mic on.
I just got startled by my wife. She snuck up on me. Anyway, just getting a couple fires, trying to use the terrain as cover. Unfortunately, he gets a repair off, so gonna have to shoot again. But with the enemy position, it's looking like everything's pretty good.
Enemy battleship sunk.
He did have HE loaded.
Fire.
Didn't really do much to me.
Solved, sir.
But now Yura's kind of dug in here, and he's able to radar most of A cap, all of B cap, and he's in a position where he can start dealing with some of these guys coming from the north.
Mic off. Mic on. Mic off. Mic on.
So right now, we don't have any lights in the north. These guys basically have just been getting steamrolled up here, and trying to get into a position where I think that I'll have an idea of what they're gonna do. I think these guys, it's clear they're gonna push through here, but this Conqueror, I mean, he could turn and just push straight through here, and that would be a pretty good play for him. He could also cut back this way. That'd be I would argue that would be a better direction because you get more crossfire that way. Kaba's up. This is me calling to try to get him suppressed. That's Yura shooting at him. And right now, I'm just telling Yura, get safe. You know, this Kaba's just going to try to use this island just to farm him. And, you know, I mean, my team has this many ships. And yes, my Kerfers did sail all the way from C cap all the way to A cap. They did not have a productive game at all. But A-Cap's just being delayed just by a couple ships, and you know, it's all of these guys are pretty much out of the fight right now. It's, you know, everybody trying to hold back the horde, and you can see the effect that it's having on the team. We're down a lot of ships, you know, because of that. We're down on points. I see the enemy Fletcher's smoke. I don't want to pick a fight with the Fletcher yet. There's too much support around. I'm looking to see if I can whittle back some of these battleships, or the Moskva or something like that.
Engine boost activated.
Because we're going to lose B-Cap here. There's too much firepower coming in right now, and we basically need to trade distance and cap control for an HP advantage, or at least attempt to. Now I see this Alsace turn out, and my sneaking suspicion is he's got speed boost active. Well, you can't even see it now. But my prediction, I'm off. Yeah, he's moving. And that's one of those things when you're leading a French battleship. I should have looked more closely to see what his smoke was doing. You know, that thick black cloud of smoke, that's telling you that he's got speed boost active. You really need to take a lead on that. Even though these are pretty fast torps, you really have to get out in front of those to have a chance at hitting. And I mean, right here, this is where it gets painful for you, Yang. The torp reload is really long now. As far as what I'm doing right now, it's looking like this push, they've decided they're going to fold in here, and that's a good thing for our team because they're starting to channelize. And with a Monarch and FDG out here, and if these guys ever decide to push up, we're going to have a crossfire on these guys. So I'm getting in a position where, one, I can spot everybody, but two, as the Alsace, the Moskva, all of these guys are popping up, I'm trying to position for my next torpedo run. So right now, Yura is he's just bow tanking right now. He's doing what he needs to do, and you know, he's starting to get focus fired down by the Kaaba, the Moskva, and I'm just telling him, just keep reversing, keep reversing. You know, eventually this FDG is going to pull some heat off. If I need to, I'll start shooting. You know, but you just watch him. He's just, you know, reversing back. He's still got hit points. He's still, you know, in good shape. About right now, he gets hit with, you know, a double fire, and then as soon as his repair is down, he gets hit with another double fire. Now, I don't know his build, but the competitive build that we use for Moskva is a full anti-fire build, complete with fire prevention, the whole 9 yards. So while that double fire, he is going to lose, you know, a decent amount of hit points. If he's running that build, he's in a lot better shape, especially if he's running flags and stuff like that. You can get that, you know, those fires down to a very manageable level, and just keep cycling those heals, and try to just recoup as much HP as possible. I pick up 2 torp hits on the Moskva. And right here, I see the Moskva's going down, so I'm just going to go step on the cap. And I'm watching right now. I'm concerned this Alsace is going to try to rush the cap right now. I don't have torps handy to be able to deal with it. You can see Yura taking shots in at this Alsace. I'm going to have him switch target to the Kaaba. This Kaaba is actually reversing into the cap right now to contest it. And it's a good move on the Kaaba. If he's not being shot, he can do that all day long. But I need you can see he's contesting it right now, and I'm just having Europe poke him in the butt and move him along. And there he goes. He's headed out of the cap, and it's looking like the Alsace has decided again that he's not going to try to poke this. And that's going to give me an opportunity to get my torpedoes up. And I'm just going to throw some Make-A-Wishes in this channel. This Alsace, he's been moving pretty erratically. But what I want to do, I want to flip this cap, drop some torps here, and then I want to try to get up here and try to secure some of this northern flank. Last thing I want is this Conqueror sneaking up here and then using AP on Ura. So we also have Fletcher smoke up there. I don't know why that Fletcher's smoking up there. There's some questionable things with that Fletcher. You're gonna see it here momentarily, where I'm spotting him outside 7 kilometers. So I don't think he's running, you know, the concealment module. I don't think he has concealment expert. I have no idea what the hell's going on with that Fletcher, but it is what it is. And I'm deciding right now. Do I want to try to pick a fight with the Fletcher? And I decide, you know what? I'm gonna hold off on picking the fight with the Fletcher because he's got support right now. So why not try to take out the Conqueror? I get lucky with my torps. I'm able to take out that Alsace, and that really starts to shore up this southern flank. All of these battleships down here, now it's just a Kaba and an Ibuki. The Kaba does burn down the Roma, so that sucks. I do spot the Fletcher. You can kind of see, I'm talking to your, did you pop radar? No, I haven't popped radar. You know, I don't know what's going on other than the guy has a crap build. But right now, I am just trying to get good torpedo position on this Conqueror. He kind of makes a zig and a zag, and it's going to force me to turn back around just to make sure that I stay outside of his detection radius. This guy's doing a fairly good job at moving around, and my prediction's slightly off, where I thought he was going to try to zig again, so I launched a little short. He didn't zig nearly as hard as he did last time. So, you know, all I'm going to do, I'm going to catch him with one torp. Well, the good news is Conqueror has shit for a torpedo belt, so that torp is basically going to wreck him, and my team's going to be able to finish him off easy. Now, we do have lights on the Fletcher, and I know that he's coming. He's going to have to step in the cap, and with the Conqueror going down, now's my time to pick that fight. Unfortunately, Ura goes down. Finally got gunned down by the Kaba.
Mic off.
All stations retreat. Get back.
Mic on.
Excuse me, guys. This is a pretty close game. We're 3-3 with, you know, 40 points different roughly separating us. This guy going down swings the points. So I'm trying to get this guy, get out of the cap. You know, you got no business, you know, trying to tackle a Fletcher, a Kaba. This Ibuki sitting back here. Ibuki's been buffed. You know, it's got Zao dispersion. It'll tear this thing up. So, you know, I'm just trying to get this guy, get out of the way. You know, you're just in the way at this point. I spot the Fletcher, and I'm just being patient. I want to actually get in close to this guy so I can, my DPM's lower, but I want to get close so I can actually use my, you know, get as much hits on target. I was saving radar, just in case this guy smoked up. Turns out didn't need radar at all. Kaba well,
Torpedoes direct front.
he's making a good move now, finishing off this Monarch. He's yet again turning back into the cap, and he's gonna go down. There's nothing I can do about that.
Engine boost deactivated.
This is just a greedy misplay. And I mean, at this point with the Fletcher kill, we're at 945. But you're gonna see as soon as he goes down, it's gonna get pretty dicey here. As far as the point swing, a battleship going down it's a big amount. The Ibuki's pushing up. He's burning all over the place. I'm throwing some, torpedoes, one wide in case he keeps heading out this way, another short in case he drives straight into the cap. I'm kind of surprised that the Kaba didn't just roll right into the cap. But, I mean, you see the point swing just with that, it's risky doing those types of plays sometimes. And he didn't really get any damage or anything out of that, so I kind of question the utility of that. But the game ends, and I hope you guys liked it, and I will talk to you later.